first, before we talk about the game, obviously today was a lot bigger than just a basketball game. It being our Play for K day, but it was also, if you saw the game, that we had cancer survivors names as well as those that are no longer with us that have battled cancer on the back of our jerseys. And so just an honor and a privilege to do that today, and hopefully our fight and our effort honored those men and women in some way. So it was a really, really special day to be part of, and for our program to be part of, our young women to be part of, and our team to be part of. And as far as our fight and our effort, just can't say enough about our kids and how tough they were today. I thought they overcame a lot of adversity throughout the game, and I thought they fought, I thought they clawed, and I do not think that the score was indicative, the final score was indicative of the game. I thought it was a lot closer than that, but again, you have to credit Belmont. They stepped up and made plays when they had to. Kylie Smith, I thought she took over the game when she had to take over. She wanted the basketball. That's a young woman that I've very familiar with. I recruited her since she was in the 9th grade, had the opportunity to coach her at Vanderbilt, and obviously know how very good she is, and she showed that today, 26 points and 11 rebounds, but in no way do I think that that takes away from what our team did either. I thought our kids really stepped up and played with a lot of heart and a lot of fight, and we went right down to the wire with a team that hadn't lost, a conference game in, 38 games. So just proud of our fight and effort today.
This was a Belmont team that was almost back to full strength. There was a couple of players they were missing when the two previously fell, but the team held together, held their composure, and it was probably one of their best outings of the season despite the result.
Yeah, well, Thomas, if you look across the stat line, we got 56 shots to their 50. They only hit 4 threes. This is a team that averages 10 three-pointers a game, 10, which that's almost unheard of. That's 5th in the country. We held them to 4 of 21 from the three-point line. We out-rebounded them by 3. We were right there. You'd like to see our assist numbers be a little bit better. In our turnovers, I thought we had way too many turnovers today. I had but only 4 more turnovers than they had. But the big difference was, you look across, the only difference was at the free throw line. They shot 36 free throws. We shot 17, and they hit 24 of them, and there's your game. There's your game right there. So, but I thought our team did a lot of really good things today, and we are playing our best basketball of the season. It's taken us a little while. It's taken us a little while to figure things out. It's taken us a little longer than we would have liked for it to, but we've never felt at any point like our team was, what our record said, and I think we've just kept plugging, we've just kept growing, we've kept believing, we've kept working, and I think you're starting to see this team really start to come together, and I'm excited about how we can finish the season.
Tonight's result aside, do you feel like the momentum has shifted?
Momentum has shifted in what way?
In the positive direction for this team.
Oh, no question. Anytime you can go on the road and get 2 road wins, that's tough to do. And, to be able to win not only at EIU, that was our first win since 2011, to be able to follow that up against the third best team in our league on their home floor at Jacksonville, and they are the most physical, toughest team in our league without a question on the defensive end. Hadn't beat them at home since 2012. I have no question that we're starting to gain confidence. That was all that we were missing, was just that little jolt of confidence. And, you can talk about it, you can try to give it to them, but until they actually experience a little bit of success, it's hard to get that. And we've been so close. Our road trip to Kentucky, Eastern Kentucky and Moorhead, we were right there but weren't able to get over the hump. So to finally be able to get over the hump, I think you're really starting to see this young team start to blossom. And I think the chemistry, you're starting to see the chemistry, which has been lacking. I think we've always had good chemistry off the floor, but I think now we're starting to put it together on the floor.
And the team, the players, the coaches, you guys have to feel like these last few games remaining are all winnable games.
Well, we've said this since, I guess, probably about 2 weeks ago. You know, we said that at this point we are a one-game season, and all our focus is on now. And now we'll turn the page from Belmont. You know, all we've been thinking about was Belmont. Now all our focus is on Thursday night at Austin Peay. And you know, and I'm sure they've had our game circled on their calendar since they pulled out of Cookeville a couple weeks ago. You know, when we got our first conference win against them. So they're going to be fired up. They're going to be excited. But you know, at the same time, we feel like we're playing our best basketball, and so we want to continue to build on that momentum, continue to build on what we've done. You know, the last 3 games, and I include this one. You know, we've said all year that the results are not going to define us. We're about the process, and we're continuing to focus on our process, and I like where we're at right now in our process.
Last question. Talk a little bit about the Play for K initiative and how important it is to college basketball.
Well, you know, it's something that started several years ago in women's basketball. Coach K Yao was just a legend in our game, and did so much for our game, and so much you know, to move our game forward, and had been in our game a very long time and battled breast cancer several times, and actually passed away in 2009, but was just such a big advocate to bring awareness and try to raise money for breast cancer. And so the K Yao Foundation, you know, is very, very active in that, and so in women's basketball is an initiative across the country that most teams do. And so we, you know, I think one of the neat ways that we take part in it and honor it is, you know, through honoring, you know, whether it be cancer survivors or those that are no longer with us, with the names on the back of the jerseys. And I think that's something different. Not everybody does that, and I know it's something that means a lot to our players, means a lot to our program. And you know, to be able to meet and talk with a lot of those cancer survivors this week was very, very special, and to see their strength and their courage was very, very inspiring for our team. You know, basketball, this is a game. At the end of the day, this is a game, and there's a whole lot more things that are a lot more important than the game of basketball. And you know, basketball is just really our vessel to teach young players life lessons, you know, that are going to help them as they move forward in life. And I think today was a great way to do that.